Hey guys, what's going on? Dangerous Thing here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video of Boom Beach. A few of you that recently have joined my channel reached out to me and you said, hey, can you please post more Boom Beach videos, because we just can't get enough of Boom Beach videos from you, from Rev, you know, from all the other YouTubers and whatnot. And here I am delivering to you guys more Boom Beach videos, and I was just lucky enough, of course, to start recording at the moment when one of my TF players was attacking. And just a quick note, if you guys don't know yet, I am recruiting people into my task force. The name of the task force is Dangerous Thing, capital D, capital T, just like the name of my channel. And I'm also going to go ahead and drop the tag of my task force in the description of this video once I'm done with it. So if you're looking for a task force, go ahead and send us a request. We are awesome people, and I just want to put it out there. I really want you guys to know that task forces should be stress-free. I want you to have fun. You will find out that I'm a little bit more relaxed than people probably want me to be. I want you to come in and enjoy, you know. I want to do pushes in task force, and I want to have awesome times crushing bases, but at the end of the day, I don't want to stress you out in my task force every single day. You know, I know that Intel struggle is real, not just for my task force, but for many other task forces. But I'm not going to be, you know, upset with you if you're not bringing in 150 Intels every single week or every single day, because, you know, there's just this thing called realistic expectations. So if you're looking for a task force, go ahead and send us a request. Dangerous Thing is looking forward to having you on our team and helping us in the December push, which I am going to go ahead and talk to you about in a little more detail towards the end of this video. So for now, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the attacks that have already took place, because I watched them on my way back from work and I thought that some of them were pretty awesome. Look at this. The team has really been going very steady and attacking in the order. Look at that. We started with Evan and then Scott and then Josh and JH that were, you know, going at quick charge until quick charge was finished. And then we had CJ Payne, we had Yo+4, we had Sucker, Sucker for Life, and Masakraha that went in order and destroyed circuit board. And I really love that strategy, because I think it helps the team to regroup in the chat and figure out the best strategy. And right now we have our players going at Machina or Machina, whichever way you want to pronounce it, and FDR just opened up Mercury. So let's take a quick look at the operation. It is still going. As you can see, we still have 3 bases left standing, but let's take a quick peek at Evan, who attacked with combination of Zookas, Scorchers, and Heavies. And look at this base, quick charge. It's got a row of just everything. You know, there's a row of mines, boom mines, and shock mines. And I really love what he did from the very beginning when he dropped his Scorcher, because the Scorcher has a ton of health, and then he flamed it to the right side of the base and basically made sure that Scorcher took out all of the mines at the beginning, at the entrance of the base, because it definitely helped tremendously to get the rest of the troops on the base without losing every single Zuka and, of course, Heavies. So let's take a quick look again, because I feel like I did a poor job scrolling. But let's take a quick look again, and I guess I could have just played press again, but oh well. All right, so here is the entrance of the base, and I'm gonna go at the original speed. Look at him. He barrages this situation over here with rocket launchers and the sniper tower, and he finishes it off. Finishes off sniper tower, and then he goes ahead and throws another artillery shot and throws critters over here, so they start working on the back of the power cells, and he drops one Scorcher, waits until the Scorcher reaches the line, and then sends it to the right side of the base. This is pure brilliancy. I absolutely love it, and I cannot give enough credit to Evan for this strategy. It's absolutely awesome. And then he drops 2 box of critters to take out the boom mines and, of course, the shock mines right at the entrance of the base. And he drops more critters, and then he, you know, gets his troops over. And granted, he is losing quite a few, but believe me, the damage would be a lot worse if he didn't do this, which I think is awesome. Once again, cannot emphasize enough. I think this was totally great strategy. And now that we've seen and we know how the rest plays out, I'm gonna just speed it up and we're gonna move on to the next attack. But awesome strategy. If you guys have had debates like this on your task force map, now you know what to do in order for you to try to eliminate that first barrier to the entrance. So Evan, thank you for attacking and thank you for a job well done. Let's take a look at Scott, who then follows up Evan, and he goes ahead and drops his troops to the right of the flank, and then he has them go to another corner so he avoids the splash damage area, or splash zone rather. And then he has them go all the way to the upper hand side of the base, regroup, and he throws his shock screen at boom cannons and takes them out, regroups again, and then goes ahead and tries to take out the flamethrowers. Now at this point he's within the reach of shock blasters right over here, so he regroups his Zookas and he has a few left. And this is how it's going to play out. He regroups them one more time. Nice use of the flame. And basically they're just going at the shield. The shield generators are, guarded by 2 shock blasters. So at this point, there's really no need to go ahead and take out the shock blasters and take out the shield generators, because there is a nice little entryway towards the core where you can just put your troops perfectly fine. And if Scott had a little bit more time, he definitely would crush the shield generator and the shield would go down, but he ran out of time, and then Josh came right after him. And let's take a look at what Josh did here. He basically finishes off the cannon right over there, which I don't know that it was exactly necessary, but I think what he wants to do is he wants to come from another corner. And by the way, some of these I've already watched a few times and some of these I'm seeing for the first time, so I feel like it gives the most appropriate and most sincere reaction. So this is why, sometimes I just watch them with you guys as I record the video, because I want to, I want to say what I really think, and I don't want to, have a scripted situation or anything. So Josh here basically just regrouped his troops, and he could have finished the mortar right below the power core, but it's really not necessary, especially because he's right now away from all the splash damage. And once again, this comes down to the fact that he is going to run out of time, because there are two shield generators that were standing right up here, standing pretty, and he took down the shield. So now the road is wide open for JH to come in. The shield generators have been destroyed. Well, not destroyed, but the shield has come down because of all the previous attacks. And what he's going to do is he's going to follow the exact same path, so he stays outside of the splash area of all of the defensive buildings, and he puts his troops right in the right spot. And his Zookas are going to go ahead and, of course, annihilate the power core. And he's taking a little bit of damage from rocket launchers, but that's fine, because Zookas did what they were there to do. They brought down the power core. Now, let's take a look at CJ Payne, who attacked circuit board. And CJ Payne and I and the team were in the chat before he started attacking. So his goal here was to take out a few, or hopefully all of the rocket launchers right by the power core. And so what he does is he clears out the way. And Ravi, thank you for your message. I'm gonna respond to it in just a second. He clears the way for his awesome warriors, and he drops them right by the rocket launchers. And check this out, his warriors are done, but he's still got a lot of time. So what he did is he dropped his critter box right at the one of the shield generators, and I watched this in real time while he was attacking, and I sat there and I literally prayed to myself. I thought, oh my gosh, I really hope that this is going to work. And look at that. He was able, with his critters, to take out one of the shield generators. Now, at this point, he's got no troops. He could have just he could have gone ahead and quit the operation and terminate and finish. but he didn't. He knew that he's got, you know, GBE left, so he used his GBE wisely, and he didn't just throw the critters, you know, right over here around the mini power cells area. He threw it where it actually mattered. He threw it right by the shield generator and took down one of them. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I cannot tell you how happy I was to see that this strategy actually worked out for him while I was watching his attack live. And then after CJ, we had EO+4, who deployed his hookah combo, and let's see, drops them left, and they are outside of the splash area of the sniper towers. These sniper towers look absolutely beastly, so he has his troops go from the left, but he's actually throwing artillery and barrages at the remaining at what remains of those rocket launchers that CJ Payne wasn't able to finish off with his warriors. So this was pretty solid. He took out both of the rocket launchers. I keep saying rocket launchers, I don't know why. Ooh, look, someone is attacking. Let's take a quick peek. This is fantastic. While I'm recording this, we're getting a few live attacks. I love it. So we have Swifty T, who is attacking Mercury, and he's got a ton of his Zookas. He's got heavies lined up right by the rocket launchers, and I think his Zookas are gonna end up getting fried by all of the rocket launchers because they're just absolutely beastly. And so he's got his warriors, I keep saying warriors, something is wrong with me today. He's got his heavies right by the underbelly where they're outside of the reach of these rocket launchers, but they're getting heat from the other rocket launcher right here. And of course, with just one heavy left, he is not gonna last very long, but that was a pretty solid attack. Let's see how many VPs. He brought home 20 VPs, that's awesome. Okay, so we took a look at Yo+4, who attacked circuit board, and now let's take a look at Soccer is live with a little symbol of soccer. So let's go ahead and replay this at speed 4. What is going to happen here, you guys? We have Soccer is live. I bet you he is a huge soccer fan. I've actually spoken to him a few times in the TF, and if I am not mistaken, I think he is from place other than United States. If he wishes so to mention in the comment below, he can share where he's from, but I highly recommend to visit if he tells you where he's from. Now let's take a look at Masakraha, who finishes this whole scenario right here. He drops his troops right by the belly of the power core. His Zookas are relentless and they're plugging away at everything in front of them, and his heavies and Zookas are taking out the one remaining shock launcher, and at this point his Zookas are outside of the range of most of the sniper towers, and they took down the shield. So now the power core is nice and naked, and Zookas are going at it. Look at those girls, they are ferocious. Don't stand in their way because they will bring you down, you guys. And just like that, the power core juice and the energy is draining, and down it goes. Masakraha brings home the remaining victory points. So after that, we moved on to Machina. Let's take a look at what Nino did. He brought home 3 VPs. Machina looks like a lot, and we actually did not have the notes on this task force operation. I don't know, I haven't checked today yet actually if the task force glitch was taken care of or if it's still in the works and if Supercell is still working on it. But this is really amazing because there are no notes on the basis, and all of my players are just doing an amazing job, you know, just by chatting to each other. Whoa, we got 2 operations going on here, you guys. Let's take a look. Oh, okay, this is difficult. Jabik or Kenneth? Okay, let's take a look at Mercury, because Mercury is really close to being finished, and he is deploying here with tanks and medics, the T-Med combo. He's gonna take out the remaining sniper tower right over here. Not that it matters, but I think it's more for GBE purposes. Okay, now let's hop over and take a quick look at what's happening with Jabik, because I am so impatient and I want to know everything, so I want to take a look at both at the same time. I'm like Hermione from the Harry Potter. I want to be everywhere simultaneously. Alright, so he's got a Zukas going here, and a few heavies still left. So Zukas, of course, are amazing, but Zukas are great as long as they're standing behind the big bags of heavies. So he's doing pretty great so far. He's regrouping his troops, and he's got quite a few Zukas left. So dropping critters over here to distract the attention of cannons and shock launcher, and not shock launcher, shock blaster and boom cannons, and he's gonna take care of the right flank, and of course more critter work, more critter help over here, and let's see at what's going to happen next. He is going to go from the right, but I don't know if he's going to deploy his troops towards the core or continue going left, continue going up. Looks like he's choosing to continue to go up, throws another critter box, and critters are plugging away at boom cannons, and Zukas are taking charges at sniper towers. This is an amazing example of critter work. I love critters. You guys, if you haven't seen the video where I first get critters and try my first attack with critters, I'm obsessed with them. They're really definitely very, very helpful. And I know that they become expensive, but as does everything, as you continue to use the exact same weapons, the GBE is becoming more and more pricey, but critters are my absolute favorites. Oh no, that shock blaster is going to fry little Zookers. We need more smoke, and then hopefully he will be able to take the shock blaster down. That would be absolutely amazing. If Jabig can take it down, it'll be a huge lifesaver for the rest of the team. So let's take a look. The smoke is wearing out, and down goes Zukas, but can they take it down? Can they take it down? Oh no, Lazuka was taken out. So that was pretty awesome. I can't believe we just watched 2 live attacks. So let's take a look at the replay. I think last time I got distracted. We were looking at EC's attack, and he loves using his warriors. I can't blame him. So let's see, his plan here is to take out, of course, some of the rocket launchers. And let's take a look at his landing. He lands his warriors, smokes them all the way down to rocket launchers, takes out one, takes out another, and down go his warriors. So after him, we had FTR, who dropped in with his lovely combo, and he went and he attacked Mercury, not Machina, but he deployed his snipers. Why can't I think? Come on, guys. What's the name? Rifleman. His Rifleman and his Scorchers, and Rifleman went down pretty quickly. Okay, so now let's take a look at Swifty, who attacked Mercury. I am very popular today. Look at all of these Twitter notifications. I don't even know what to do with myself. It never really happens. I'm never that popular. Don't think that this is my reality. So Swifty attacked from the right flank, and he's gonna take advantage of a few mini power cells, or plasma cells as they're called, and he is going to regroup his troops right by the belly of the power core. Look at those rocket launchers. They are relentless in their in the way of zanking out and taking out all the troops. So this is the attack that we started to watch. 2 of these were live right in front of you guys, which was totally awesome. We have finished watching Jabig's attack, so let's take a look at what Kenneth actually did, because I exited out of it because tanks are a little bit slow, so I wanted to go and get to see more action in the other power base. So let's take a quick peek. Alright, so at this point we're grouped right in front of the power core, and I really kind of wish that he took it down, because I thought that he had great potential here, but the tanks just kept getting so much heat from rocket launchers, and unfortunately medics weren't enough to keep them going. So this base is as good as done. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and possibly finish it up right in front of you guys. So let me go ahead and scout it out. See, okay, so I think we're gonna have this and that. Alright, so I think I don't need to boost, so let's go ahead and attack and drop all of my babies right over here. I'm gonna flame them over here first, and then I'm gonna put them right in front of the power core and see if all of my GBE will be enough to continue to shock the rocket launchers that are going to be zonking my troops. So I'm gonna now put them right over here. I'm gonna take this guy out, and let's go ahead and start shocking this rocket launcher. I'm gonna drop critters, and I'm gonna drop the barrage over here and drop more critters and a few artillery shots, and that is done. That was super easy, you guys. Really awesome work, really great job with the team working together. Like I said, we don't even have the notes right now on all of the bases because Supercell is working on it. So we got 2 bases left. We got Treasure and we have Machina. Thank you very much for checking in with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live review and live action of Operation Tinderbox with Dangerous Thing and my lovely people from my task force. I can't wait to see you next time. Oh, and just a quick announcement. I just got a really great recording equipment, so I will be doing many more things with my task forces, including December push where I will be streaming live on Camcord or Twitch or, you know, Mob Crash, whatever I will pick. And I am going to be doing live pushes with my operations, with my task force folks. So if you haven't already joined me, do go ahead and send us a request. And more importantly, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for all of your support, you guys. I don't know what I would do without you. Can't wait to see you back at my channel. And until then, Dangerous Thing is out.